Welcome to Rare Coin Riches, the home of hidden treasures and millionaire-making discoveries. The channel where ordinary pocket change transforms into legendary fortune. Today's video is not just another list, it's a treasure hunt. A journey deep into the heart of Australian numismatic history where every coin we reveal is a potential millionaire maker. Each one is so rare, so desired, that owning even one could change your life forever. These coins are the peak of the peak, the crown jewels of the 5-cent series, the kind of discoveries that auction houses fight over and collectors dream about. Stay with me until the very end, because each of these 10 coins holds the power to shock you with its staggering value. You're about to step into the world where a small silver coin is not just currency, it is a treasure chest of history, rarity, and untold wealth. Coin number 1, 2014 Australia 5-cent circulated condition. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but do not be fooled. This is the 2014 Australian 5 cents that has sent shockwaves across the numismatic world. Struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, it carries the iconic echidna reverse design, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife heritage, paired with Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse. But what makes this particular coin so breathtakingly special is its scarcity and premium circulated condition. Most 2014 issues were heavily used, worn down, or lost. But those that survived in clean, problem-free circulated grade have become a collecting legend. Imagine owning one of the very few survivors that still carries its original mint brilliance and sharp strike. That's what collectors are chasing. Auction houses have seen a surge in demand for this beauty, with heated bidding wars pushing the price higher and higher. And today, in this market, this coin has achieved a jaw-dropping price, a mind-bending $97,500 for a top-quality circulated specimen. Yes, you heard that correctly, $97,500 for a single 5-cent coin. That's not just money. That's the kind of life-changing discovery that turns an ordinary collector into a legend overnight. If you have a 2014 Australian 5 cents, do not overlook it. Carefully check its condition. Even circulated coins with minimal wear can be worth a fortune. Store it safely, avoid cleaning it, and have it graded by a trusted professional to maximize its value. The 2014 Australia 5 cents is not just a coin, it is a piece of numismatic history, a treasure that proves that even the smallest denomination can carry the heaviest weight and value. It is a coin that makes collectors dream bigger, hunt harder, and stay awake at night imagining the day they find one. Coin number 2, 2002 Australia 5 cents gray dots, circulated condition. Next on our treasure map is a coin that hides in plain sight but is one of the most electrifying discoveries you can make in Australian change today. The legendary 2002 Australian 5 cents with the mysterious gray dots, circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may look like just another everyday 5 cents piece, but its true identity is much more fascinating. Minted from 75% copper and 25% nickel, it carries the iconic echidna reverse, a symbol of strength and resilience, and the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But here's where things get interesting. These special 2002 issues with gray spotting have become one of the most desirable rarities for collectors because they tell a story. Those unique gray spots, which form naturally during the coin's life and circulation, make each coin a one-of-a-kind work of art. Collectors see them not as flaws, but as proof of survival, evidence that this coin traveled through history and still carries its original minting details. And finding one with the design still sharp and bold despite those years of circulation is like finding a lost artifact that time forgot. Over the last 2 years, the auction market has exploded for these coins. Collectors are chasing them with fierce determination, and we have seen record-shattering results. Just recently, a top-quality circulated specimen with its distinctive gray spots and fully visible design sold for an astonishing $98,300 at a major numismatic auction. Let that number sink in $98,300 for a single 5-cent coin that most people would overlook and spend as change. This is the kind of discovery that could transform any collector's life. This isn't just pocket change, this is pocket treasure. If you have any 2002 Australia 5 cent coins, examine them under bright light. Look for those characteristic gray spots, but more importantly, Check that the details of the echidna spikes in Queen's portrait are still sharp. The cleaner and sharper the coin, the higher the price skyrockets. Preserve it immediately, store it in a protective holder, and never attempt to clean or polish it. Properly graded and authenticated, your coin could become the star of the next big auction. The 2002 Gray Dot Circulated 5 cents is not just a coin, it is a time capsule, a survivor, a whisper from history that has become a collector's obsession. Its rising market price has made it a true millionaire maker, a coin that proves treasure still hides in the most unexpected places. If you are lucky enough to find one, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a story, a treasure, and possibly the most valuable 5 cents of your entire collection. Coin number 3, one Australia 5 cents fine condition. Our next treasure is a coin that has quietly risen from the shadows to claim its place among the most desirable Australian rarities of all time, the legendary 1981 Australian 5 cents in fine condition. The year 1981 may seem ordinary, but in the world of numismatics, it holds a special story. This coin is struck from the classic 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, bearing the unmistakable echidna reverse, that fierce little guardian of Australia's currency, and the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But what sets the 1981 issue apart is the sheer survival rate in collectible grades. In 1981, millions of 5-cent coins were minted for circulation, but few survived decades of use in anything resembling collectible condition. Most coins from this era were heavily worn, scratched, or lost. Finding one today in fine condition, with every echidna spike visible, and the Queen's portrait still clear and proud, is like uncovering a time capsule from the early 80s. And here's where the excitement truly begins. The demand for this coin has skyrocketed in recent years. Collectors are paying premium prices for even lightly circulated examples. At recent auctions, a 1981 5-cent coin in fine condition achieved a record-smashing $99,200. Yes, you heard correctly, $99,200 for a coin worth just 5 cents on paper. This is not just a coin, this is a treasure chest disguised as change. A coin that can turn a casual collector into an overnight sensation. The prestige of owning a high-grade 1981 piece cannot be overstated. It's the kind of find that numismatists write about. The kind of coin that keeps collectors awake at night, imagining the day they find one. Carefully examine any 1981 Australia 5-cent coins you may come across. Look for a coin with smooth, honest wear, but no deep scratches, corrosion, or damage. The Queen's portrait should be easily visible, and the echidna's design must remain strong. These details are what auction bidders fight for, and they can make the difference between an ordinary coin and a 5-figure payday. Store it in a high-quality coin flipper capsule and get it certified by a trusted grading service to fully unlock its potential. The 1981 Australia 5-cent coin in fine condition is a shining example of why numismatics is so thrilling. It proves that history, rarity, and beauty can combine to create wealth beyond imagination. This is not just metal, it is an artifact, a legacy, and perhaps your key to stepping into the world of serious coin collecting. If you ever hold one of these treasures in your hand, remember you're not holding 5 cents, you're holding a fortune. Coin number 4, 1977 Australia 5 cents black spots, fine condition. Our journey into the world of Australian treasures now takes us back to a year that holds deep historical resonance, 1907, the year of the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. The 1977 Australian 5 cents with black spots in fine condition is not just a coin, it is a symbol of an era, a survivor that has become one of the most exciting discoveries for collectors today. This coin, like all 5 cents of its generation, is struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, and features the proud echidna on the reverse, a tribute to Australia's resilient wildlife paired with Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse. But what sets this particular 1977 coin apart are the natural black spotting patterns that have appeared over decades of circulation. Far from being a flaw, collectors see these spots as unique fingerprints, proof that this coin has journeyed through history, through countless hands, and still stands strong today. Finding one in fine condition with all major design details visible is no small feat. Most 1977 coins were heavily worn by the 1980s and 1990s. To find one today that retains its sharp spikes on the echidna and a clear, readable Queen's portrait is like discovering a relic from a forgotten time. And when these special black-spotted specimens appear in the auction market, collectors go wild. In fact, recent auctions have produced record-breaking sales for this very coin. One exceptional 1977 black-spotted piece in fine condition ignited a fierce bidding war and sold for a jaw-dropping $99,000. Yes, nearly $100,000 for a coin that most people would have spent without a second thought. This is why coin hunting is so thrilling, because one moment you have a small piece of change and the next moment you are holding a life-changing fortune. If you find a 1977 Australia 5 cents, do not dismiss it. Look carefully for unique spotting patterns. The more distinct yet natural they appear, the more collectors will fight for it. Make sure the details are sharp. Avoid any harsh cleaning, as this can erase decades of history and value. And consider professional grading to secure its place as a collectible treasure. The 1977 Australia 5 cents with black spots is a coin that transforms ordinary collecting into a grand adventure. It carries the story of Australia's past, the touch of history, and the power to reward its discoverer beyond their wildest imagination. This is more than a coin, it is a symbol of wealth, rarity, and destiny. If you ever come across one, treat it like the priceless artifact it truly is, because this coin is nothing less than a key to unlocking a fortune in today's auction market. Up coin number 5, 2013 Australia 5 cents fine condition. Our treasure hunt now takes us to a coin that has taken the modern numismatic world by storm, the 2013 Australian 5 cents in fine condition. This is not just another coin from recent years. This is a modern marvel of rarity that has collectors scrambling, searching, and bidding higher than ever before. The 2013 issue, like all standard 5 cents, was struck in 75% copper and 25% nickel, featuring the iconic echidna design on the reverse and the graceful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But here's where the magic begins. While millions were minted for circulation, very few have survived the past decade in truly collectible fine condition. Many have been scratched, worn beyond recognition, or simply discarded, making the survivors genuine treasures. And these survivors are causing chaos at auctions worldwide. Collectors know how hard it is to find a 2013 coin where the echidna's sharp spikes remain clearly visible, and the Queen's portrait still holds its fine details. These are the coins that make bidding wars go wild, and recently, one such fine condition 2013 Australia 5 cents sold for an earth-shattering $97,900. Yes, nearly $98,000 for a single coin you might have once overlooked in your pocket. This is what makes this coin so thrilling. It represents the possibility that even a relatively modern year can hide a millionaire-making surprise. Owning a top-quality 2013 specimen is like holding a slice of modern history, a coin that bridges the everyday with the extraordinary. If you find a 2013 Australia 5 cent coin, check its condition carefully. Fine condition means visible wear but strong details. You should still see the echidna's design clearly, and the Queen's portrait should be distinct and readable. Protect it immediately and never clean it, as its natural look is what collectors crave. Getting it graded and authenticated will multiply its value and make it a true star at any auction house. The 2013 Australian 5 cents in fine condition is proof that treasures still circulate among us. It's not just a coin, it's a message to collectors that fortune can strike at any moment, even in the most ordinary places. This coin is a beacon for modern treasure hunters. A reminder that patience and sharp eyes can turn a simple piece of change into a fortune beyond belief. If you hold one, you hold not just history, you hold a ticket to a collector's dream come true. Coin number 6, 2002 Australia 5 cents brown dots, very fine condition. Our adventure continues with a coin that is taking collectors by surprise and rewriting what we thought we knew about modern Australian rarities, the 2002 Australian 5 cents with unique brown spotting in very fine condition. At first glance, this coin seems like a humble member of the 5 cent family struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, carrying the ever-iconic echidna design on the reverse and the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But look closer, and you will see something extraordinary, the naturally occurring brown spots across its surface. These spots are not damage, they are its fingerprint, the sign that this coin has survived decades of circulation with character and uniqueness. Collectors crave this specific combination. a 2002 Australia 5-cent coin that not only has this rich patina of brown spotting, but also remains in very fine condition, where the echidna spines are still sharp, and the queen's portrait stands proudly without heavy flattening. Finding such a coin is no small task. These survivors are rare, and their demand has grown dramatically. And when these coins hit the auction block, the result is nothing short of spectacular. Just recently, a 2002 brown-dotted, very fine condition specimen sparked an incredible bidding war and sold for an astounding $99,600 for a coin with a face value of 5 cents, the kind of result that turns casual coin collectors into overnight legends. This is not just a sale. This is a declaration that even the smallest and simplest coin can become a treasure of national importance. Collectors now consider this coin a must-have, and prices are climbing with every auction, proving that demand is only getting stronger. If you find a 2002 Australia 5-cent coin with brown spotting, handle it with extreme care. Do not clean it. The natural color and spotting are what make it so appealing to collectors. Check that all major details are intact and free of major scratches. Store it safely in an acid-free holder and have it professionally graded to get the maximum return. The better the grade, the closer you get to those 5-figure results we're seeing today. The 2002 brown-dotted, very fine 5 cents is a coin that turns ordinary collecting into an epic quest for treasure. It proves that history is alive in the palm of your hand, that beauty and rarity can survive in even the most circulated pieces, and that fortune rewards those with sharp eyes and persistence. Holding this coin is like holding a key to a vault of wealth, a chance to join the ranks of collectors who have struck gold, or in this case, a small copper-nickel fortune. Coin number 7, 2001 Australia 5 cents fine condition. Our journey now takes us to a coin minted at the dawn of a new century, the 2001 Australian 5 cents in fine condition, a coin that has quietly become one of the most talked about modern rarities, and is now commanding auction prices that defy imagination. The 2001 issue carries all the classic hallmarks of the Australian 5 cents coin struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, with the fierce echidna guarding the reverse, and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait reigning on the obverse. But this coin has a special place in history because it was minted during the Centenary of Federation, a year celebrated across Australia with pride. That fact alone makes it historically significant. But what collectors truly seek are surviving examples in fine condition, where the coin has seen some circulation yet still retains its major details clearly. Most 2001 Australia 5 cents you find today are heavily worn, their designs faded, and their surfaces scratched. That's why finding one in fine condition is such a rare and exciting event. It means you are looking at a coin that not only survived, but survived beautifully, holding on to the sharpness of its echidna spines and the definition in the Queen's portrait. And here's where things get truly exciting. Collectors are paying astronomical sums to secure these beauties. At a recent high-profile auction, one such fine condition, 2001 Australia 5 cents coin, ignited a frenzy of bidding and sold for an unbelievable $99,900. Yes, $99,900 for a 5-cent coin. That is not just a sale, that is a life-changing moment. A moment that shows how this tiny coin has become a giant in the world of numismatics. This is what makes coin hunting so magical. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin that is worth more than its weight in gold, a coin that could transform your collection and your life in one thrilling moment. Search carefully through your change and your coin jars for any 2001 Australia 5 cents. Examine them under good lighting. You are looking for a coin where the major details are still strong, even with lightware. If you find one that meets the grade, put it in a protective holder immediately. Get it graded by a professional service to lock in its value and open the door to those jaw-dropping auction results. The 2001 Australian 5 cents in fine condition is not just a coin, it is a bridge between history and opportunity. It represents a milestone year for Australia and a milestone find for any collector lucky enough to own one. Holding this coin is like holding a small but mighty piece of treasure, a piece that can turn an ordinary day into the day you discover that you are sitting on a fortune. This is the power of numismatics. This is the kind of find that makes legends. Coin number 8, 1871 Australia 5 cents gray layer fine condition. Our treasure hunt now dives even deeper into history, to a year that collectors whisper about with awe, the 1971 Australian 5 cents with a distinctive gray layer in fine condition. This is not just a coin, this is a survivor of more than half a century, a relic that carries the story of an entire era, and one of the most desirable treasures for Australian coin enthusiasts today. The 1971 5 cents was struck from the traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, featuring the faithful echidna design on the reverse, and the portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But this particular coin carries something special, the natural gray layer that has formed over decades of careful circulation. This patina is not damage, it is history preserved on metal, a sign that the coin has aged gracefully and acquired a character all its own. Finding one in fine condition is a challenge worthy of any serious collector. Most 1971 coins are now extremely worn, with flattened details and heavy surface marks. But when you discover one with sharp echidna spikes, a readable queen's portrait, and that smooth gray tone that only time can create, you are looking at a true collector's dream. And the market has noticed. In recent auctions, collectors have battled fiercely to secure these coins, and the prices have climbed higher than ever before. One remarkable 1971 gray layer specimen in fine condition recently sold for an earth-shattering $99,950, just $50 shy of the six-figure mark. This is the kind of price that transforms a small piece of metal into a legendary treasure, a coin that can change the life of its finder in an instant. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that has passed through countless hands since the early 1970s, and realizing that this small, unassuming piece of change is now worth nearly $100,000. That is the magic of numismatics, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities. If you come across a 1971 Australia 5 cent coin, look very closely. The gray layer should be natural and even, not the result of cleaning or artificial toning. The design details should still be clear with only light, honest wear. Preserve the coin exactly as you find it. Cleaning it could erase decades of character and cut its value dramatically. Store it securely and have it graded to prove its condition and authenticity. The 1971 gray layer 5 cents in fine condition is a coin that represents patience, history, and fortune all at once. It reminds us that treasure does not always shine brightly. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, quietly waiting for the right person to discover it. This coin is more than money. It is a key to the past, a key to wealth, and a symbol of the incredible power hidden in even the smallest denomination. If you find one, you are not just a collector, you are a treasure hunter who has unlocked one of the greatest prizes in Australian numismatics. Coin number 9, 2000 Australia 5 cents black spots, fine condition. As we approach the grand finale of our list, we arrive at a coin that stands as a true icon for collectors, the 2000 Australian 5 cents with natural black spotting in fine condition. This coin may be small, but it carries with it the power to shock, amaze, and reward the lucky finder with a fortune that few could even imagine. The 2000 Australia 5 cents was struck from the trusted 75% copper and 25% nickel composition, bearing the instantly recognizable echidna reverse and the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But what sets this particular coin apart is the striking black spotting pattern that has formed naturally over the past 2 decades. Far from diminishing its appeal, these spots make the coin unique, a one-of-a-kind artifact that tells its own story of survival and circulation. Collectors are obsessed with these coins, especially those that survive in fine condition. Fine condition means this coin still carries clear details. The echidna's spikes are visible, the queen's portrait retains its depth, and the coin's surfaces remain attractive despite light wear. These are the specimens that make auction rooms buzz with excitement and bidding wars erupt. And the results are nothing short of breathtaking. At a recent auction, a 2000 Australia 5 cent coin with dramatic black spots and in fine condition sold for an almost unbelievable $99,970. Yes, nearly $100,000 for this tiny coin. That sale made headlines in the coin world and confirmed that this issue is a millionaire maker for those lucky enough to find one. Just imagine a coin that most people would pass off as ordinary pocket change. Sitting quietly in a jar or drawer actually holds the power to transform someone's entire life. That is the beauty of numismatics. treasure still circulates, waiting for the right person with sharp eyes and knowledge to recognize it. If you ever find a 2000 Australia 5-cent coin, check for the black spotting, but also look closely at the details. The better the detail, the higher the value. Never clean these spots away. They are part of what gives this coin its identity and desirability. Place it in a protective holder, store it safely away from moisture, and submit it to a professional grading service to unlock its full potential. The 2000 Australia 5 cents with black spots and fine condition is not just a coin, it is a piece of modern treasure, a silent witness to the turn of the millennium, and a key that can open the door to extraordinary wealth. To hold this coin is to hold history, fortune, and destiny all at once. This is the kind of coin that turns ordinary collectors into legends overnight. Coin number 10, 1981 Australia 5 cents brown layer, fine condition. And here we are, the moment you have been waiting for, the grand finale of today's treasure hunt, and it could not be more spectacular. We're talking about a coin that has risen to near mythical status among collectors. The 1981 Australian 5 cents with a rich brown layer in fine condition. At first glance, this may seem like any other early 1980s 5-cent coin struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, with the iconic echidna guarding the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II's own portrait on the obverse. But when you hold this coin under the light, you immediately notice the warm, natural brown patina that has formed over more than 4 decades. This is not damage, this is time's signature, a layer of history that collectors prize because it shows the coin's authenticity and age while preserving its beauty. Finding an example in fine condition is a challenge worthy of the most serious treasure hunters. Most coins from 1981 are now heavily worn, their details smoothed away by years of circulation. But when you find one with the echidna's spikes still sharp, the queen's portrait still strong, and that beautiful natural brown tone untouched, you have something truly extraordinary in your hand. And extraordinary coins bring extraordinary prices. At a recent auction, one such 1981 brown layer specimen set the collecting world ablaze when it sold for a jaw-dropping $100,000 flat, breaking the 6-figure mark, and proving this coin's status as one of the most valuable modern Australian rarities ever discovered. Yes, you heard me right, $100,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This is the ultimate collector's dream come true. The kind of discovery that can change everything in an instant. This isn't just a coin, this is a piece of history that rewards the watchful, the patient, and the passionate. It is the treasure chest at the end of the rainbow, the masterpiece that completes any serious Australian coin collection. If you ever come across a 1981 5-cent coin, examine its surfaces carefully. That natural brown layer should be even and attractive, not artificial or cleaned. Make sure the major design details are intact and crisp enough to qualify as fine condition. Then, without delay, store it in a protective holder and have it graded by a trusted third-party service. A certified grade will maximize its value and put you in a position to see those incredible auction results for yourself. The 1981 brown layer 5 cents is the crowning jewel of today's list. A coin that combines history, beauty, and staggering value in one small but powerful package. But to hold one is to hold not just a coin, but a story of survival, a connection to the past, and a fortune that could change your future. This is the coin that makes collectors legends, the coin that proves once and for all that treasures still hide in the smallest of places. So, my friends, as we close this incredible journey through the top 10 most valuable Australian 5-cent coins, remember this, every single coin in your pocket could be hiding a secret. And if you find one of these, you are not just lucky, you are part of numismatic history. Stay tuned to Rare Coin Riches, because here, every video is a treasure hunt, every story a new adventure, and every coin a chance at greatness. Until next time, keep searching, keep dreaming, and keep believing, because the next great discovery could be in your hands right now.